Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetailedbrush.
And today we're going to be reacting to Shadow and Bone episode 7. So we are one episode away from the season finale. This is not the end of the story. There is a season 2. Alina's going after the stag and Kirigan's going after the stag. So I feel like there's going to be some conflict there. I mean, obviously there's going to be some conflict there.
I'm just wondering if there's going to be like actual conflict or they're going to like stop us right before. And
they better not. I was pissed. I wanted to see Kaz and freaking Kirigan fight, and he did his little magic smoke thing, and I'm like, oh.
Same. I was kind of like.
So I don't know. I'm curious where this is gonna leave off. I feel like if we have predictions, we'll make it right before the final episode. Okay. But yeah. As always, full-length reaction is gonna be up on Patreon. The final episode is gonna be up on Patreon. If you guys want to go check that out, it does support us, help pay the Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max bills and different things like that. And you know, there's some cool content that I think you guys can enjoy. So, yeah. All that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us so far in this journey. And yeah, let's just get into it. Oh, dang. I don't know why I get such a kick out of the title card for the show, but I do.
Yeah, it is kind of unique where
it's a cool little detail.
I was worried.
I was fine. Not as fragile as I once was.
Not fragile. Just mortal.
I could see another 100 years, maybe more.
Seems a long time to me, I'm sure.
Soldiers.
Alright, so this lady's Luda, I think, but I have no idea who she is, right?
Obviously someone in his past.
Yeah. In a less Grisha-friendly time.
Yep.
Oh, that's a cool shot.
It is you. The king wants you back alive. But maybe you resisted. So.
Okay, can't he just kill? Oh my gosh.
Guys.
Do you have heart render?
Yeah, I don't know. She's doing something.
I don't want to hurt you.
Dude.
I have a message for the king. If he or any of his men slaughter one more of my Grisha, well, the next arrow will do it.
Oh, so she was healing him.
Yeah.
I thought she was like planning an attack on them or something. Like I didn't know if she was doing something.
That's why I thought she was a heart render, right?
You want a promotion to lieutenant? Well, you thought the two of you could just quietly train witches among us? You want my cooperation? You bring us both in. Is that understood? I told you. No, please. No. I'm begging you, please. No! No!
I think I made a mistake. She's actually a healer, right? Is that a...
Yeah. Oh. Oh. That music was sick.
That was unfortunate, but...
I mean, also, I don't know, like, how long is this? Like, is this an unfortunate event in his life, or is this, like, his origin?
Yeah, it's feeling like a little bit like his origin.
I think so, too.
One other thing that I think I picked up on was they need to make those hand...
yeah, they do.
They ought to put them together in order to, right?
To do their hand signals. Yeah, because they did that earlier to...
My son.
They're punishing us for being Grisha.
Punishing you. You made him afraid. Now he wants you to fear him.
I want a war for him.
And in doing so, started a war on us.
She died because of me.
She died because they always do. They're not as strong as you and me.
You're the one who taught me how to kill, brother.
Go, flee, go west, go to Kerch. Wait for the king to die. Then return with a new name, a nobleman's.
We need to safeguard all Grisha. We need to teach them how to fight.
Most Grisha aren't fighters. They fix things, they make things. You cannot control it.
I can create, just like you.
Then you will die, like he did. It's unpredictable. The small science feeds as Murzost feeds on us. I forbid it. Now, do you hear me?
Now I think that's interesting because I think that, I mean, look, we obviously don't know the whole story here, but I think that what he's doing isn't necessarily right. But I don't think the mom, Bagra, is really in the right either, right? Because she's coming from like a place of fear, which honestly reminds me a little bit of Robert the Bruce's dad in Braveheart, where it's like it is riskier to fight for something bigger, to fight against the system or whatever. And I think she's worried in an immediate sense for him, and so she's telling him not to fight at all. I don't know if that's good necessarily. Like, I understand where he's coming from, where he's like, yeah, it is risky, but like, I believe in this. What am I supposed to just let these people die?
Well, let me play the other side or the devil's advocate or whatever. She, first off, just as a mom, I don't know her background, right? But as a mom, like, a lot of times, or even someone that you're close to, you know, you don't want to see them get hurt. And it might even be a little bit selfish. Like, you know, I don't want you to, you know, put yourself in danger for other people, even just, you know, random people, right? Because you're like, you know, someone that I love, right? And then also, she isn't completely saying that, you know, just run for your rest of your life, right? She is saying, like, wait a bit until, you know, the king has died, and then come back with a new name and stuff like that, right? Yeah. So it's possible that, you know, that might be a smarter decision, and in that way, doing so, like, you might avoid a bigger conflict, and then, you know,
it just seems like she's referencing the past like it's his fault. Yeah. Whereas I'm like, I don't know if it's his fault. Like, what's wrong with standing up for Grisha?
Yeah, I mean,
like, I think that might be the right call in this instance now that he's here. But she's almost like, hey, like, why did you stand up for Grisha at all? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, I get that.
I do agree, but, you know, I always like to say you always, you know, you need to just be smart about it. Obviously, we don't know the entire situation. I don't know, like, how many Grisha there are, how many, right? And so it's like, you know, you don't want to be like, I'm standing up for Grisha, and then, like, just get completely wiped out, right?
It's just interesting, because then at the same time, his response seems completely emotional, and I'm like, okay, dude, whoa, like, don't do that. So but there's, like, wrongs on both sides, but it's interesting.
I do agree, that he should, like,
I see where he's coming from.
Yeah, that is cool, and it's interesting to see, right? And we see, like, tinges of that in the future, right? Yeah. You know, he always wants to protect Grisha, but I do like that, you know, his mom did say that he or she taught him to defend himself, which in turn doesn't mean that, you know, defending himself will not mean attacking others. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like both sides are kind of like gray. It's like, okay,
this is just interesting. Yeah. I'm guessing this is when he makes the fold. Yeah, because he's trying to create an army just like Morozova made the amplifiers, right? So he's trying to essentially create life.
But apparently Morozova or whatever feeds off of them, right?
I think I'm trying to pick up on this as we go.
Because she said, you know, believe in the small science, not the
magic.
Yeah.
Holy.
I feel like they're screwed though. My man just leveled up.
Yeah, he's so strong.
You're surrounded.
Dude, he could take out the entire army.
I guess no science works.
Maybe he doesn't need to anymore, right?
Oh.
If he moves his arms, shoot him. So I shall remake yours as my own. Submit to...
What the heck is that?
Fold?
Oh my gosh.
And I'm assuming those soldiers turned into the monsters.
Yeah. I think they told us that earlier. I just didn't think that...
Well, they said that they were humans, but...
Oh, that's true. I just didn't think that it would happen that fast.
Now my question is, did he mean to do that?
I don't think so. It didn't look like it.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it. I mean, he could have.
Just say it, Jesper. With your skill set, you gotta get used to that.
Yeah, come on.
Between our dwindling funds, lack of time, and conflicting interests, it's time we cut our losses.
But why go back to Ketterdam? Then she's screwed too.
I guess the bastard misses the boat.
I'm assuming...
You can watch a bullet tear through a man, but a needle's too much.
True.
Yeah, but you see, bullets are banned. In and out, that's...
That's true.
What?
Well, I was going to tell you to trust Kaz and that he never let you go back, but I don't have the right to tell you what you should do with your shot at freedom.
Is she really gonna leave?
I mean, I'm not sure she has a choice at this point.
It seems so cold of Kaz.
You know, he's doing a lot of this to help her. But
yeah.
she's not able to do a lot of the things that he needs, you know, because of what her
morals are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. Hurry up and grab it before Kaz or Kirigan pops out of the bushes or something.
Killing
yeah, that's
it
what I was gonna
doesn't seem to
say.
be-
I didn't think killing it would do
He
something.
didn't teach me about this. Maybe there's another way to do this.
Don't you just need to touch it?
Just be ready for
Alright, well now Kirigan...
I knew it,
shoot.
dude. Come on, guys.
Why would they kill it though?
No, because they just don't want Alina to use it.
But he needs it.
I don't think he does.
Shoot. Do something, Alina. Come on, let's go.
Come on, come on.
Freaking use your power. Oh, there we go.
That's... Okay,
Oof.
well...
Dude, the effects are so cool.
Oh, shoot that. Oh, wait, was he?
Don't do it. I mean, I feel like she's gonna, but don't. No. Freaking Alina, you're so dumb. Don't. Jeez.
I forgot. Now they can't they use like a part of it?
I don't know exactly. I don't understand exactly how it works.
I remember they said something like that.
Bring me the Thomas.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
That's it. After everything, there's nothing else you want to say to me.
What else is there?
About what?
The sun summoner. You were right. She's real.
Casbreaker finally believes in saints.
Hardly.
But you just said
I
that.
said Alina Starkov is a Grisha with the power to manipulate light. She's a girl with a gift, not some savior of law.
Fine.
It's a starting point.
It's not safe.
Just work with that.
What do you believe in? Because we flock to your bidding. Like the animals of vengeance you name yourself now.
Crows don't just remember the faces of people who wronged them. They also remember those who are kind. tell each other who to look after and who to watch out for.
Yeah, crows cover each other really well.
Yeah.
I can't go back to the menagerie.
You won't.
Finally, man. Like, I feel like they just needed to have that conversation.
Transfer your gift to someone who could use it.
I can use it now.
Wait, what?
You know so little.
You said you'd let him go.
I said I would.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
didn't say
remember
he was
him
gonna let
saying
him
that.
go.
What happens next is up to you.
None of this has been up to me.
Do you know the only thing more powerful than you or me? The two of us. Together, we can do anything. Together.
He didn't say we're destroying the fold.
Yeah, don't just jump back into homies with General Kirigan.
She has the amplifier, I'm assuming. Or...
I don't know. I think he's gonna take her power.
What's happening?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Wait,
He's gonna have both?
Yes. Holy.
Oh no, dude.
The gift. Yes.
She's got freaking antlers in her neck.
You should now have full access to all of her life.
So he's not even using her. He doesn't like steal her powers. He's just using her essentially. Like he can remote control her.
not to gang up on you, but Jess has a point. Arkham system was complicated and the ride was chaotic. No one would blame me for missing a count.
But it's the best shot you got.
The Nightingale.
Oh no!
Great. Well, at least they weren't in it.
Too soon to appreciate the irony, am I right?
Okay, so now that he can use the power of light, what is his plan?
But he still needs Alina, right? Which
Well, he
is
needs
actually
Alina with
huge.
him.
Yeah, but that's huge. Because if she can get away, he still can't use it.
I need to get word to the king about Kirigan. The king's been taken ill. His affliction's quite serious.
Great. You're on your own, dude.
You were a spy for him. I tried to warn you. Be careful of powerful men. You should have included devious women.
Wait, what?
King's illness.
Dude, he's taking over everything. He's making moves.
My letters to Mal. You never sent them.
Oh,
But you
dude.
did. Choosing friendship over survival was not a luxury I could afford. No one.
That's just
to
an
be outside struggling
excuse.
to survive, and it's no excuse.
Nah, I don't know.
I used to struggle. I used to try to fight him off. I waited for years for my chance of revenge. To finally bring him a fight that he cannot fend off. But Kirigan does not deserve your loyalty. He is just as responsible for your position. I am his soldier. We all are. We are his pawns.
Dang it.
Now, does Kirigan have some sort of control over her?
I don't think so. I think he's just...
No, but what I'm saying is, like, could he threaten her and just say,
Oh,
I'll
possibly.
kill you, right?
So you're not going to take another run at Alina? And you're really willing to let a million trigger go?
No. No way.
Desperate, I can't do it without you. I've been saying that since day one. And you've made your position perfectly clear.
So all you want is to cross the fold. Okay?
I mean, I want to
He
trust
better
him.
be being on. I'm gonna be pissed if he's not, because they need to be.
Some people from the Winter Fate, dignitaries from Kerch and Novi's are on the way back home.
Another audience to one more light show. Jasper, how did you enjoy playing as Emily Gar? That's right. Without Lena, she won't forgive you. And if you keep me alive, I'll hunt you down. And I'll claim the bounty the old king put on your head.
Those are big words, though.
Don't say that while you're in chains.
Yeah.
Strong feelings for you. And you for her. All these years, you never truly appreciated who she is. It's all right. Because I do. And I still have something that you don't. Patience. Alina may well take years to forgive me. But I can wait.
That was sick.
Are you gonna help?
Just enough to get us through the checkpoint and onto the skiff.
The names are just crossed out.
What is it to believe I'm that old? You tell yourself.
Is that Milo?
That might be, right?
It is with the bullet.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just trying to get the bullet.
How's he gonna use the bullet to get out though?
No, he's gotta, like...
Ignite? Like, how do you?
Yeah. But then that's gonna be kind of loud.
Yeah. Holy. I'm sleeping. It was all meant to be. Jesper's the true hero.
Or Milo.
Fair.
You spun all this guilt around your burden, sins of your father. There was no father. You created the fault. You killed my friends.
How could you so easily believe the twisted words of that angry old woman?
And who should I believe? You've been lying to me since the day I met you.
Telling you half a story is not the same as lying. It's why I built the little palace in the first place. Everything that I have done, everything that I have ever done, has been to make Ravka safer, to make Grisha safer.
Do you think Jenny was safe when you placed her under the king's watch?
Or for men like the king or Zlatan to exploit it for their own gain.
You put this collar on me to exploit my power for your gain.
To help us conquer the fold together.
It's like he's using the greater good, quote unquote, to excuse like immediate evil.
You don't care who suffers as long as you win.
Fine. Make me your villain.
Drug is escaped.
What?
Sometime last night, I have a team looking for him.
If he flees,
I know.
I look amazing for my age. Well, I thought you looked older.
Is he gonna go after her when they land? I think he might. Because I think he's being honest. I don't think he's gonna screw Inej.
It's your field.
I mean, you do have Kirigan and Alina, so got a little bit of defense.
No one's dying today. No mourners.
No funerals.
I love the look of the fold. It's so cool. Oh,
Interesting. Okay.
oh my gosh. Okay, so I mean that's the penultimate episode, obviously setting us up for what the heck's gonna happen in the next episode. What'd you think?
It was good. It did feel more like a setup episode.
Yeah, but I liked what they did with Kirigan.
I wasn't expecting that they would take care of the whole
Stag thing
so
yeah.
quickly, right? I thought it was that was gonna be more of a major point.
Yeah, it wasn't though.
Like it was a big point, but it wasn't the main point. I thought that was gonna be like the finale thing.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
But now that they have that, well, things didn't go as I expected. I totally thought Kirigan would use the stag's power in order to do something with his own power. And I thought he just didn't want Alina to get rid of stuff with her power, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of thinking, and I was thinking like, I don't.
But is he gonna get rid of the fold? Is that what they're doing?
I'm not sure.
Because I'm still sus because they haven't said what they're doing, right? Like when she was like, "Are you gonna get rid of the fold?" He didn't answer, and so I'm like, he's planning something with Alina, but is he planning on getting rid of the fold?
I don't know, because like that's the thing. I thought that he might want to increase the fold to cover more areas.
Yeah,
but why would he need Alina, right?
Which is why it's gonna be something more complex because he needs her sun summoner power. I just don't know what exactly it's gonna be.
He was talking about the fold as being a mistake or something like that, right?
I mean, it looks like a mistake. When we watched it, it didn't look like he did that on purpose.
Yeah, it felt like he wasn't doing that on purpose.
No,
Right? It was almost like some sort of surge or something, right?
Yes.
And so what I'm thinking is that he was talking as if he wants to make up for that mistake or something like that, right? And he might... I think I remember in one of the previous episodes that he was talking about... Or someone... It might have been that monk dude.
Yeah.
Was talking about like something... I forgot what exactly it was, but it entailed like controlling the people... but using a different means, right? Of like...
The sun summoner, the religious aspect.
And so like, could it be possible that he wants to increase, right? I think I said something like this, like increase the folds, area where it covers and then save everyone by using Alina.
Or maybe not even increase it. Maybe he's just going to have her destroy the fold. But, right, because if he actually wants that power, like the...
Oh, that is true.
Right, if he has the power. If he wants
now.
The power, all he needs her. Right? And so that's why he would use the antlers to control her. And then if he does that, then if everybody worships her, in essence, they're worshiping him and he has control.
That is true.
Which is really risky, in my opinion, if that's what he is trying to do. And it does seem odd, because he has this weird character thing of, like, he's doing all this stuff that I feel like Alina would have agreed to if he wasn't, like, forcing her. Yeah. But he has this kind of, like, weird complex of, like, using people to get what he wants. I don't know. It's a very interesting character. Because I do feel like he believes he's in the right. But it's such a flawed way of looking at it, being like, I can do anything and everything I need to get a good result. And I feel like that's just so not true.
I'm just trying to see what his motivation is, right? Because we saw his origin story sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, he at a time where Grisha were considered bad or evil and they were being persecuted, right? And so he lost someone that he loved that was a Grisha to people who were non-Grisha, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously you would think that his motivation is, I want to, save Grisha, or I want to get revenge on
I do.
people.
I think he does want to save Grisha.
I think, but the way he's going about it is different. So instead of trying to, I feel like, because time has passed, and I feel like Grisha are more in control.
Well, it's only a generation.
Yeah, but it's still time has passed, right? Because it feels different.
A little bit.
And the Grisha have, their status now seems a lot, better. It's not like...
Yes, but you could argue that, like, once the fold is gotten rid of... And remember even at the beginning of the show they were talking about how Grisha are worth less and less than an ordinary soldier as technology catches up?
Yeah.
Like, there is that fear of, like... It definitely doesn't feel like a healthy relationship with the government or the king, where it's like they're useful to him. They are not accepted. They're useful.
Yeah.
So I do understand the sensitivity and the fear of that falling away in an instant.
I feel like, the fold... Well, that's one thing why the king sides with him, Kirigan, right? Because the king and stuff and the government, they don't know how to get rid of the fold, and Kirigan is kind of, I feel like, making the headway as far as trying to get rid of it.
Yeah,
so he wants to be on that side, right? Because the fold has caused a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And so once it's gone, I feel like the Grisha are in a bad spot because, what is it, East Ravka?
Yeah.
That are the ones that want to rebel?
I believe so, yeah.
Whatever they want to. And none of the soldiers on the west side are exactly happy with how the Grisha have been treating them, right? So, like, if he does want to get rid of the fold and have people come to, like, admire or respect Grisha, I don't know if that's going to happen, right? Just from it seems kind of obvious. Like, the Grisha, I mean, they don't treat the common folk as, you know, normal people. They kind of treat them poorly. And so, obviously, in return, those people are going to, anytime they see a chance, they might try to get back at them. And especially we see this on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, like, what is his plan? You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't just get rid of the fold. That's not going to work. So is he going to go to war?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think it's interesting seeing his response to Alina, too, where he's like, make me your villain. Like, I thought that was a really cool line, but I also think that's very interesting and, like, a gigantic insight into his character and kind of what he thinks, where it is kind of this is like such an odd reference. It kind of reminds me of Richard III, because in Richard III that ends and it's like he's kind of deformed and people kind of treat him like trash. And in the beginning of his play, he has a monologue where he's essentially like, if you want me to be the villain, then fine, I'll be the villain. And I kind of feel like that is what's happening, not necessarily in real time, but that has kind of happened to Kirigan over time, where it's like he was trying to be the good person, potentially, and try and kind of stand up for Grisha, and now he's at a point where he's like, oh, if you're going to treat me like a terrible person, then maybe I should do these terrible things and just get what I want. Yeah. Which is a very interesting character. Like, I went from being kind of annoyed that he's bad, like, I am fascinated in his character now. And Alina is almost kind of caught up in this, because, you know, she hasn't really come into her own yet.
Yeah.
Which I'm waiting for, which is why I'm almost a little bit more intrigued in Kirigan right now, because Alina was not herself, and then obviously she became some summoner powers, but then she immediately hopped to Kirigan, and then she hopped back to Mal, and so it's like she almost hasn't figured herself out yet, as adolescent as that sounds. Like, she needs to find herself, kind of, but right now she's just caught up in the middle of it.
And, like, yeah, she can't even really do much right now because of how much knowledge I feel like Kirigan has, and, like, strength he has. Like, right now there's a lot of mysteries.
Yes, and I almost don't even know. I am a lot less concrete in where to stand now, because it's like, look, Alina is responding to things in real time, kind of like we are, and it's like, I agree, those things in real time are bad, right? Ganya getting stuck with the king, different things like that, but clearly Kirigan and a lot of the other characters in the show are looking at a much bigger picture. Alina is not looking at that picture. She is responding in real time to immediate events. And so before we can put a final like, obviously I think Kirigan is bad, but I think before you can drop a final judgment and really figure out who's supposedly right and wrong, because I feel like this is just a lot of shifting perspectives, we as an audience and Alina need to see more of the big picture and really see what the heck's going on here.
Yeah.
Because right now we're still getting hit with half-truths, and it's like, okay, Alina, I get it. This is wrong, but, like, we need to find out more of what the heck is going on.
Yeah, because
we don't know right now.
Like, honestly, some of Kirigan's stuff, like, you could really understand where he's coming from. I mean,
yes.
Like, right? Like, they're just slaughtering Grisha. I mean, heck, like, look around them, too. It's not just there. It's, like, everywhere. I don't know how many Grisha are, like, you know, populating all the countries or lands or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it feels like only in his little palace area do Grisha have any real power.
So it's just like, before you go completely opposite of Kirigan, like, don't go side, like, you're trying to side with the king. It's like, okay, don't.
Yeah, the king isn't good either. Like, calm down. Like,
we have a lot of gray areas here.
Yeah.
We need to figure out information for ourselves and then decide what to do with it. Because Kirigan is probably wrong, but I don't think the way to solve these issues is to go in the opposite direction of Kirigan. because I don't think that's good either. So I don't know. Obviously we don't know what he has planned, which is kind of the biggest thing. But yeah, episode 8, the finale, is up on Patreon if you guys want to go check that out. As always, thank you for joining us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you all in the finale.